The Big Drop: How to Grow Your Wealth During the Coming Collapse, by James Rickards, dives into a fictional, yet eerily plausible scene that mirrors some of the most pressing issues of our time. Rickards' book paints a picture of a dystopia that feels both distant and uncomfortably close. It's a world where technology and authoritarianism have intertwined to create a society that watches your every move, controls your finances, and dictates your life. He begins by describing a tiny sensor, a bug, implanted in every American's arm. This sensor monitors your biometrics, including brain waves and eye movement. It knows when you're about to wake up and starts your coffee maker. It's a level of control that feels like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's a stark reminder of how technology can be used to monitor and manipulate us. And then there are the panopticon goggles. These aren't just for fun. They're a tool for propaganda and surveillance. The information screens flash images of world leaders proclaiming economic prosperity and world peace, but we know it's all propaganda. The goggles are a symbol of the constant surveillance and the pressure to conform, to not question, to just accept. Now, let's talk about the economy. Markets were abolished after the panic of 2018. What started as a temporary measure to stop the panic became permanent when reopening them seemed impossible without triggering another panic. Trust in markets is gone, and all investors want is their money back. The world has been reduced to three main currencies: the dollar, the euro, and the ruasia, a combination of the old Russian ruble, Chinese yuan, and Japanese yen. In real life, both the dollar and the euro are still around, but the idea of a ruasia currency appears to be closer, although under a different name, thanks to the BRICS group, which Russia and China are part of. There's also the special drawing rights, SDR, used for international settlements. The SDR is a fascinating concept. It's world money, controlled by the World Central Bank, formerly the IMF, and administered under the direction of the G20. It's a tool for control, a way to manage the global economy without the chaos of free markets. In this dystopian scenario, gold, once a symbol of wealth and stability, has been confiscated and locked away in a vault in the Swiss Alps. The idea was to remove it from the financial system entirely, to ensure it could never be used as money again. This move was a power play by the G20 and the World Central Bank, a way to control the only forms of money left. The book references Naomi Klein's shock doctrine, a concept that explains how political leaders use crises to implement policies that would be unthinkable in normal times. It's a chilling reminder of how disasters can be exploited to advance agendas of control and power. The power elites, those in positions of influence and wealth, are always one step ahead. They see the catastrophes coming and prepare accordingly. They warn each other, move their assets, and emerge from the chaos to buy up valuable assets at bargain prices. It's a game of insider information and privilege, leaving everyday investors and middle-class savers to bear the brunt of the collapse. Rickards mentions that in this dystopian world, the U.S. is in a depression, a new depression that began in 2007 and shows no signs of abating. It's not a cyclical recession, but a structural issue that requires fundamental changes in fiscal and regulatory policies. The Federal Reserve's money printing hasn't fixed the economy because the problem isn't monetary, it's systemic. The difference between 3% growth and 1% growth is enormous. Over time, it means the difference between prosperity and stagnation, between a thriving nation and a failing one. The depression poses other dangers too, like the risk of deflation turning into outright deflation, which increases the real value of debt and forces companies and banks into bankruptcy. The Fed wants inflation. They believe it can reduce the real value of the debt and stimulate the economy. But inflation is a hidden tax, a way to transfer wealth from savers to debtors without the political headaches of a real tax increase. The money illusion deceives everyday investors, making them believe they're better off when, in reality, their purchasing power is being eroded. The book describes a perfect financial storm brewing, with three headwinds converging: currency wars, an energy production slowdown, and a global growth slowdown. This storm could lead to a financial meltdown 6 times the size of the 2007 subprime mortgage meltdown. Deflation is a real danger, especially in a depression. The Fed's efforts to cause inflation have been blunted by strong deflationary forces. The result is an unstable situation where either inflation or deflation could prevail. The Fed's dilemma is that they can't control both at the same time. The dollar is slipping as a reserve currency. China's emergence as a major creditor and gold power is challenging U.S. dominance. The book suggests that the decline of the dollar has already begun, and the time to acquire insurance, like gold, is now. As we wrap up, remember that the world described in Rickards' book is a warning, a cautionary tale of where our current trends could lead. It's a reminder to be vigilant, to question, and to prepare for the unexpected. The future is uncertain, but by understanding the forces at play, we can better navigate the challenges ahead. This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book, The Big Drop, How to Grow Your Wealth During the Coming Collapse by James Rickards. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.